Visible just launched two new plans, Visible and Visible Plus. Visible replaces the previous plan, continues to offer unlimited data, drops the price from $40 a month for a single line to $30 a month for a single line, but it gets rid of the Party Pay group discount. So in a sense, the price did increase by $5. You still get unlimited deprioritized data here, but you're now missing access to 5G ultra-wideband. Instead, you're limited to just 5G nationwide. The new plan, Visible Plus, is $45 a month with taxes and fees included, and it now includes 50 gigabytes of premium data on the Verizon network. You also get 5G ultra-wideband access here, and both plans continue to include unlimited mobile hotspot data at 5 megabits per second. There are a few differences in the extras. The regular Visible plan includes unlimited talk and text to Canada and Mexico, as well as the US Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico, whereas the new plan now includes unlimited talk, text, and data roaming in Canada and Mexico with half a gig of high-speed data per day, as well as 500 minutes of free international calling from the US to over 30 countries. You're also now getting free international texting here. But the big news with both of these new plans is they're using the new network core. Now you might be wondering, Stetson, what is the new network core? Well, basically, Visible is moving from using their cloud-based network core to using the Verizon native network core. This is the same network core used by Verizon Postpaid, Verizon Prepaid, US Mobile, and others. This is going to add domestic data roaming to both plans, which is epic, and it's going to improve latency and it's going to improve ping times. It's going to give you basically the same experience as Verizon Prepaid and US Mobile. I am super stoked on this, but in this video, we're focusing on the data speed tests. So how do these new plans compare in terms of data speeds and performance? Let's find out. We have Visible's original plan on the left and the new Visible Plus plan on the right. Let's run a single speed test at a time here to get some baseline results. The previous plan got a pretty good ping of 44 milliseconds. That's likely because we're in Colorado, which is where one of the servers is located, and it is connecting to 5G ultra-wideband. There's no icon in the status bar, but you can see we're getting over 240 megabits per second down, which is a clear indication we're connected to 5G ultra-wideband. In addition, this plan should be capping the speeds at 200 megabits per second, but clearly that speed cap is not strictly enforced, as we did finish with 243 megabits per second down. We also finished getting 7.97 megabits per second up. Now let's test the new Visible Plus plan. This is $20 more expensive per month, but you should be getting full uncapped access to 5G ultra-wideband. And yep, there you go. This plan is immediately launching ahead, getting over 400 megabits per second down for its speed. It finished getting 452 megabits per second down. That is amazing. The upload speed is still over LTE, so it's not as fast. And there you go. It finished getting 5.18 megabits per second down. So overall, huge improvements with the new Visible Plus plan. And now let's see what happens when we run both plans at the same time. Will there be a difference because one plan has priority and the other one doesn't? And it looks like, yes, there is a massive difference. Visible Plus is literally getting almost 10 times the data speeds as the old Visible plan. Look at that. And it's only when Visible Plus finished that the old Visible plan was able to start connecting to 5G ultra-wideband and start getting faster speeds. But wow, that was amazing. It's almost like Visible Plus just kicked the Visible old plan off the 5G ultra-wideband connection. Here are the results. 108 megabits per second down, 7.9 megabits per second up on Visible Original, and we have 470 megabits per second down and 3.9 megabits per second up on the new Visible Plus plan. Let's do that one more time just to see if we get any different results. But yeah, it looks like the new Visible Plus plan has some massive performance gains. And here we go again. Visible Plus screaming ahead, getting over 450 megabits per second down. The old Visible plan lagging behind. Oh my gosh. Let's jump to the end here, and you can see the old Visible plan finished with speeds of 8.14 megabits per second down and 5.87 megabits per second up, whereas the new Visible Plus plan got 484 megabits per second down and 5.5 megabits per second up. That is insane. What a huge difference. And just to show you, if we do run the old Visible plan on a speed test by itself, it will connect to 5G ultra wideband and get those insanely fast speeds. But let's see what happens if we start the Visible Plus plan. I'm curious if there's any drop in performance here. Looks like it's locked at 200 megabits per second, and it looks like it stayed locked. So you're still getting over double the speeds on Visible Plus. Oh, it crashed. Oh, man. Well, still, you're getting over double the speeds on Visible Plus. It looks like the old Visible plan needs to establish that connection to 5G ultra wideband in order for it to actually latch on. Otherwise, I guess if it's competing with another plan, it just won't connect or something like that, which is weird. Running the two tests at the same time here, you can see pretty much no dip in performance for either of them. You're getting amazing speeds on Visible Plus. That's what you're paying for. Pretty awesome to get full high-speed data for just $45 a month on Visible, taxes and fees included. And one more test I want to do for you here is a speed test on LTE. Why? Because this is where you're going to notice the difference in priority data on the Verizon network. You can see Visible, the original plan, deprioritized on the left, getting just 3-4 megabits per second down. Visible Plus on the right, it now has premium data. It's getting 11 megabits per second down. That is a massive difference. I guess, I don't know, it's twice as fast. On the upload, it's still getting faster speeds here. Look, the impact of premium data is definitely there and measurable. I think the impact it will have on you and your experience will vary based on how congested the tower you're connected to is. Honestly, I don't think I would be able to tell the difference between 5 and 11 megabits per second, but if you're in a more crowded area, the difference between half a megabit per second and 1, 2, or 3 megabits per second can be pretty huge. So there you go. That's the difference having premium data can make. Another big question is, how does the original Visible plan compare to the new Visible plan? Is it worth switching to get early access to the new Verizon core network? Let's find out. Again, the old Visible plan had access to 5G ultra wideband, capped at 200 megabits per second, whereas the new plan does not. Let's find out. Running a speed test on the old plan, and as we were seeing before, it should get around 200 megabits per second, maybe 230. Well, you can see it immediately launched up to 300 megabits per second and is climbing back down to around that 200 megabit per second speed cap. So everything is working as it should. Let's jump to the end results here. In the test finished, getting 238 megabits per second down and 11.7 megabits per second up. Now let's test out the new plan. The Visible plan, which is technically $5 more because there is no party pay discount. And whoa, you can see, oh, speeds are slow. It's climbing. It's climbing. Whoa. All right. So it looks like it is connected to 5G ultra wideband, and it's capping the speeds at 200 megabits per second. You just saw the LTE speed test, so we know that's not LTE. We know this is 5G, and Verizon 5G nationwide is not pushing 200 megabits per second right now. That for sure is 5G ultra wideband, still capped at 200 megabits per second. Let's run another test on the new plan just to confirm that wasn't some weird fluke. But yeah, it looks like there, boom, launched up to 200 megabits per second again. Yeah, confirmed. The new plan, despite what Visible says, will connect to 5G ultra wideband and just cap your speeds at 200 megabits per second. Now, the big question, how do these plans compare when the tests are run at the same time? Well, let's find out by running the tests at the same time. You can see both started out very slow and then bumped up as they connected to 5G ultra wideband. For whatever reason, we are getting faster speeds on the old plan right now, but it looks like the new plan is catching up. I would say for all intents and purposes, basically no difference in performance. Both are deprioritized, both connected to 5G ultra wideband, both cap speeds at 200 megabits per second. It's very similar. And the same thing is going to be true if you're on LTE. You're going to get the exact same deprioritized speeds and performance. The only real difference is going to be in the network core. You can see the new plan with the new network, aka the Verizon prepaid network core, got a 31 millisecond ping compared to a 63 millisecond ping on the old plan. If we do this test again. Okay, I ran the tests again and the ping actually flipped. The old plan got an 18 millisecond ping, which is really good, and the new plan got a 31 millisecond ping. And I think, honestly, that's because I'm in Colorado, and Colorado is one of the 2 states where Visible's legacy cloud network had a server. So it makes sense that I'm getting good pings on both plans here. I want to end this video with 2 final tests. First, a fast.com test. This will tell us if there are any video streaming limitations on the new Visible plan as well as the Visible Plus plan. You can see the new Visible plan is getting 4.6 megabits per second, and then it dropped down to 2 megabits per second, whereas the Visible Plus plan is getting over 500 megabits per second. So what I can confirm from this is the Visible base plan, the new one, is capped at 2 megabits per second, the same as before. That's going to be about 480 to 720p video streaming, whereas the new Visible Plus plan, when you're connected to 5G ultra wideband, will get full 4K video streaming quality. The next question, what happens when you test Visible Plus on LTE? Let's switch over to LTE and find out, and running the test here again, you can see that it's getting about the same 2 megabit per second speed cap. Again, that's going to be about 480p or 720p video streaming. But if you're on 5G ultra wideband, oh man, you get full 4K streaming. The last test I want to run for you is Verizon 5G Play More, a true postpaid plan with premium data versus the new Visible Plus plan. Running the tests at the same time here, and you can see both plans connected to 5G ultra wideband and are getting insanely fast speeds. In fact, the speeds are neck and neck, about 230 megabits per second on both plans, and as Verizon finished, Visible launched ahead as there was available network capacity. I think you can tell from these results that Visible really is delivering a plan with true premium data on the Verizon network. Look at these results. And if you compare the plans side by side, Visible is just $45 for Visible Plus with 50 gigabytes of premium data and unlimited hotspot data, compared to Verizon 5G Play More, which is $80 per month and only has 25 gigabytes of high-speed hotspot data. So in my opinion, Visible is not only the better plan, but it's actually cheaper. If you're interested, you can check out the new Visible and Visible Plus plans linked in the video description. The new Visible Plus plan might just be my new favorite unlimited data plan ever. That's it for this video. Click the like button if you found it helpful. Share it with a friend who wants a great experience on Verizon for an affordable price. I'm Stetson. My goal is to help as many people as possible save money on their cell phone bill. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.